Now, for the next 10 minutes, I want to go to Steve Shenk of eFoodsDirect.com because he's got a Christmas special that he's running right now that is so important. And we need to get self-sufficient. And this is the storable food company I support that I believe in. And just like he told you a year and a half ago, because he manufactures and puts his own food, all produced in America together, non-GMO, non-hybrid, doesn't have the additives in it. He saw the prices going up for wholesalers. Now the media is talking about the food bubble. Well, it's not a food bubble. The dollar's being devalued globally, and food is traded worldwide still on the dollar. Steve Shenk, first off, you were right about food prices going up. They're going up globally.
Well, it doesn't take brain surgery to figure out what's going on with this thing. The fascinating experience that we're having is they're pumping a whole bunch of goofy money into the economy, which is devaluing the dollar. At the same time, we've got foreclosure rates that, by the way, on the foreclosure rates, Alex, it's absolutely absurd. You hear about the percentages each month, but you don't hear about the cumulative stuff, the people that are still out of their homes from a year ago. And the jobless rate's going nuts. And now they've got this Senate bill number 510. I'm sure that you're up and down all over that one, because when we've got a bad situation where families can't even afford food now because they've got no jobs and they don't have homes to live in, now they're wanting to control the ability of us to grow our own and to be able to traffic in food.
It shuts down the truck farms. It shuts down all these little farms holding on by selling locally. The communes, the co-ops that are just sprouting up everywhere. It's panicking the system. Every week we see video from surveillance cameras of police SWAT teaming Amish, SWAT teaming little farms, selling eggs. I mean, they're going nuts.
Yeah. And then we've got Gerald Celente, where he's coming out with the absolute facts about what he has predicted before, which he's been absolutely right on. And now he's talking strictly about food. We're in the 5th year of that worldwide famine, Alex, that you and I have talked about regularly.
We got people not just buying the treasuries now, they're dumping their treasuries.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the fact is that Celente has come out very strongly with regard to exactly what is going to solve the individual family's problem. We can't do much about all this New World Order stuff except be aware of it and adjust for it. But the solution that we have, there's only one. It's got to be food. Right now, in fact, in Celente's last article that we were reading here at the office just the other day, the dependency on food is so absolute that the true freedom fighters right now have a food supply. That's the way you fight it. You fight for your freedom with food. And that's why we've come up with this holiday thing. I think everyone that knows about us realizes that every time during the holiday season we come up with the best shot we can at getting the most food into as many family homes as possible. And looking at the financial structure that we've got in the economy right now, this last one is probably the best we've ever done, Alex, but because it's absolutely needed. What we've done is we've taken the 12-month food supply and broken it down so that you can get it in 6-month supplies, but if you buy 2 of them, the shipping is free, and you also save $260 in addition to the savings on the shipping costs.
Yeah, you've offered free shipping before, which I've never seen any other company do, because for those that don't know, one of the biggest expenses is the shipping, because food is heavy. This is a lot of food. But then to add a discount on the food as well. And folks, the reason you go with eFoods Direct, number one, they're the biggest, the longest continually operating. Others claim that they've been operating longer. I've done the research. It's not the case. This is new food. It's high quality. You know you can trust it. This is where I get my storable food. It's a great price. They're great sponsors of the freedom movement for decades. The J. Michael Stevens Group, eFoodsDirect.com, Steve Shenk, the owner, is with us. I hope you take advantage of this. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've got family, who is struggling over the years. I've bought them year supplies of food, because that's where I invest, is in my family. Or whether it's a month supply. They've got a lot of other 6-month specials, you name it. But again, Steve, give folks the specific special you're offering for the holidays and how long you're going to be offering it.
This is a 6-month supply. We've also got 2 other supplies that they can look up on the internet. By the way, on the internet, it's efoodsdirect.com/Alex. efoodsdirect.com/Alex. For those of you that aren't all that computer savvy, get on 800-409-5633, 800-409-5633, and if you put together 2 of these specials, the shipping is absolutely free, but on each one of them you've got $260 savings, which is just absolutely remarkable. So very simply what we've done, Alex, is try and get the very most of the very best food out for the very least, so that people, a lot of folks, we did a special during the Black Friday thing, and we were absolutely amazed at the number of people that are saying, heck with this thing, we're putting our Christmas money into something that can really mean something for us in the coming months.
You know, I was out in my garage this morning and looking at my storable food, the attic's full of food. I've got a 3-year supply for my whole family. And then I went in and checked my guns in the gun safe, and even did a little oiling this morning. And I only do that a few times a year, but the point is, just my instinct told me, go look at your food, go look at your guns. And it's not that I live in fear. I'm like the ant who prepares for the winter, not the grasshopper. It's that as a man and as a steward of my family and my community, I need to be prepared and not be dependent on others. That is the first thing I'm to do. The Bible says that. And anybody who's got half a brain knows you need God, guns, guts, food, you know, your bullets, your beans, your Bibles. It's very, very simple. And this food lasts more than 10 years in climate controlled, 10 years. You know, I do things like, after I've got food that's getting to be 6, 7 years old, I give it to the food bank, or I start eating it, or I take it to the deer camp. Or, 'cause a lot of this food's, you know, really tasty and good, even from companies years ago I got it from before I knew about eFoods Direct. But the last 3 waves, in the last 4 years, I bought from the J. Michael Stevens Group, efoodsdirect.com, because they've got the highest quality. Some of the other companies that, you know, you'll see MSG, or it'll have fillers, or it's, you know, from China or whatever. The government MREs, not trustworthy. There's some good companies out there that produce them. But when you go to efoodsdirect.com, you know it's high quality. Briefly, tell folks about, I mean, you got a wide spectrum of food, gourmet, you know, prepackaged, the raw foods. You've got a bunch of different things you offer.
Well, basically, the whole idea is that if people are going to bet their lives on what they put into their food savings account, they've got to have everything. You've got the bulk items, the dehydrated foods that are the mainstay.
You've got the Nutriversal soups and chilies and breads that have the vitamins in them.
Yep, absolutely, and they're prepared. So most of the prepared items are so easy. The design was based on the fact that a 10-year-old can prepare every one of those prepared meals. And so the fact is that you will not find better tasting food. And what's happening is that people are able to save it, and they can use it. A lot of people right now, with the economy the way it is, we've got hundreds, virtually thousands of people that are using this food on a regular basis to supplement their budget.
Well, yeah, you warned them years ago, buy the food before the dollar devalues more, then you have that saving later, because this is really tasty food. eFoods Direct, the letter E, foodsdirect.com. Give them the toll-free number.
800-409-5633. That's 800-409-5633.
Or efoodsdirect.com. Well, Steve, I can't think of more important work than what you're doing, and your support of this broadcast as well. You are the place to get food that people can really trust and depend on. And I don't have to tell people that in the Great Depression, major universities have estimated over the 10 years, 7 million people died from illnesses related to malnutrition and starvation. That's with about 89 to 90%, depending on the study, of people being agrarian or living on the farm or near a farm. Now we're right at 90% urban. Only half of the 10% that live on farms are self-sufficient. With the type of depression that's unfolding, prepare for, you know, the worst. I'm hoping for the best. But it's important, ladies and gentlemen, to get storable food, efoodsdirect.com. And again, Steve, in closing, that number one more time, the offer is One more time, tell folks the specific offer on the free shipping and the discount.
Okay, it's a 6-month supply that we've put together, and if they put 2 of them together, it's free shipping, but there's a total savings of $260 right out of the chute on that. And as far as the call, 800-409-5633, and on the net, eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. Alex, I sure appreciate your help.
Well, Steve, we sure appreciate you coming on the broadcast with us. God bless you. There goes Steve Shenk of eFoodsDirect.com. I wouldn't procrastinate if I was you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you ended up not needing this food, you can eat your investment. It's insurance you can eat. But the way this world's going, it's important to be self-sufficient.